Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Red Path. You're watching Competitive Insights, and it's Dara with the rare, nearly extinct species of Jack joining him here today. Dude, it's been a minute. How are you
Yeah,
doing, man?
I am good, thanks.
Yeah,
I have not played 40k since April.
and that is perfect because,
Keen competitive commentator though.
yeah. Today, what we're going to be doing is actually like a really, really fun video, I think. I've been looking forward to recording this for a while. Um, we have created three hypothetical theoretical detachments, which any one of these could be the detachment that we get this Christmas. It could happen. How likely that is, I would say pretty unlikely given the power level of some of these detachments. But we think this is going to be a really fun video where we basically speculate on abilities and thematic detachments that we would like to see. So myself, Brian, and Ryan all created a detachment each. Jack doesn't know who created what, and we're going to review them today. And Jack, with his, really deep insight into the current competitive state of the game, is going to go through these and also try and guess who made what one. This is obviously going to be a pretty wild video, and it goes without saying that we don't have any idea of what we're actually getting. This isn't based off us having leaks or anything like that. We don't know what's going on. This is just us messing around with things that we want to see. So yeah, Jack, how are you feeling about this video? You excited to
Pumped,
get
man.
into it?
I'm pumped. I
Yeah.
can't wait for all the mentions of vindicators and
Mm-hmm.
fortifications. It's gonna be great.
Yep, yep. Your old style is definitely coming back in force. I think we're not gonna spend any time messing around. We're gonna dive straight into this. And the first attachment that we've got up is Disciples of the Red Angel. So
From detachment rule name.
strong detachment real name. People from ninth edition will remember the
We
Disciples
love
of the Red
demons.
Angel. Jack, you might even remember Disciples of the
I
Red Angel.
do remember never playing Disciples of the Red Angel.
Yeah, I pretty much
Yeah.
no one did. So one of the members of the Red Path came up with. So we each went into this with like a different brief, for example. So one person went in with Disciples of the Red Angel or Dotra in mind. And the detachment rule that we came up with for Disciples of the Red Angel is up to 50% of your army instead of 25% can be Khorne demon units. And additionally, Khorne demon units gain the Blessing of Khorne ability and can be the target of stratagems in this detachment. So straight off the bat, how are we feeling about that rule, Jack?
uh, yeah. I mean, it's thematic. It's nice. Lots of skull altars. Fortifications already making an appearance. Like
Exactly.
that. Aren't they like one of the only units that we have that infiltrates or something? I saw
I
somewhere in
think
the
they can
Discord,
infiltrate. Yeah,
which is
they like
mhm,
infiltrate, deploy a fortification on the board or something.
that's
Um,
fun.
Now, I feel
That's
like
fun.
probably the strength here is obviously in this context, the whole thing of like you have to take battle line units to take other units will be gone as well,
Yeah,
pending an FAQ, of course. But like the idea of being able to mix actually a substantial portion of your army with some interesting core and demon units, which are like pretty
yeah,
good units, broadly speaking. I mean, you could put three skull cannons in here and like it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, you know?
yeah.
Um, I think it could be quite
Shooty world
funny.
eaters. Good
Yeah,
fun.
shooty world eaters. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. I mean, I have bad experiences against core demons, so yeah. Like in my more recent games, which are not that recent, so
I also have
uh,
bad experience against core demons, so like I'm right there with you.
you
Those
could.
guys are a buzzsaw.
This would be proper like right at the what do you call the list? Like
Right
right
of
at
the
the
Roid
Roidarium.
Herum.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
just all of
I think
the
it's pretty cool. But I would
yeah,
say,
yeah.
given that we've seen Death Guard and Thousand Sons, and neither of them are like ally mixed attachments,
We
but
love demons, yeah.
yeah, it's probably not happening. Yeah, we love demons being the army rule.
But
Um,
yeah, it's like a throwback to like Demon King, Corn Demon King, like back
exactly.
in seven.
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah.
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw this detachment in our codex, for example, with all these
Yeah.
rumors of demons being merged in. So we're moving on to the enhancements now, and some of these enhancements are pretty juicy. So first up is the Skull Taker Blade. The Skull Taker Blade goes on a World Eater's model. The bearer of the enhancement gains the Demon keyword, and in addition, they gain 2 attacks to their melee profile and ignore all modifiers when making melee attacks.
Um, refresh my memory on what all modifiers counts
So like
as.
things like basically -1 to hit, -1 to
Yeah.
wounds, minus
Does,
damages.
minus damage, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay.
So that could be pretty spicy on
Hmm.
quite a number of units. And the
Yeah.
fact that the detachment that we've crafted here, a lot of things key off the demon keyword.
Right.
So this guy gaining the demon keyword, obviously,
Is big. The
pretty big.
strats that I
Pretty
haven't
big.
seen yet, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I
next
mean,
up is
you could get a shit ton of attacks on a demon prince with that, right? Really?
you could put this on Mo if
Or
you
Mo.
wanted to really send Mo to the moon. It's kind of like Glaive Light, I guess, in some
Glaive
ways.
Light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diet Glaive.
Yeah.
Um, so we got the Bloodbound Pact as well, which goes on a World Leaders model. And the Bears unit gains a 6-up Feel No Pain. If they already have a Feel No Pain, it's increased by 1.
Per unit.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Super interesting when you consider the
Would
blessings would
that
also
stack
buff
with the
that.
blessing?
Yes, it would stack with blessings. Yeah.
So that would be what Exalted 8 bound with a 4-up shrug?
Yeah. This one is very
That's
broken.
gross.
It's super gross. Yeah. This has been flagged as the
That
most busted detachment.
Custodes.
Yeah,
Like
seems a
5.
bit
Yeah.
strong.
Hmm.
Now you would have
Okay.
to attach a Juggerlord unit to the Exalted 8-bound unit to make that happen, but
Still fine.
I mean, I probably would.
Still fine. Yeah.
Seems good.
Yeah.
Seems
That's pretty good.
maybe overtuned a little bit.
Mhm.
And that's a
Mhm.
theme. That was this detachment's theme, apparently, as per the person who made it. So we have a legendary Skull Taker up next, which goes on a World Eaters model. I actually like this one. When the unit with this enhancement destroys an enemy unit in the combat phase, you gain a command point.
Yeah,
So
that's cool.
DP farming. Yeah, we like that.
But that would be capped at 1, or
Yeah,
is
all that
rule
stuff
still
is
in?
capped
Yeah,
at
okay.
1 now. Yeah. Exactly.
Also, just to note, ran out of ideas on the naming convention, did we?
Yeah, this one. So I was
Do
rating
enhancements called Skull Taker?
I know. Yeah, this creator was very how would I say, uninspired when it came to naming conventions.
Yeah.
Then we got the Banner of Blood, which you might remember from more esoteric 8th and 9th edition days. Yeah, good
Yes, I
times.
do. Yeah.
So this one goes on a World Leaders model. This is actually probably my favorite one. I really like this. So once per game, a friendly
Cool.
Khorne Demon Legions unit may deep strike within 6 inches of this unit and no closer than 6 from enemy units. So it's basically giving you a 6-inch deep strike
6
near
inch
this
deep
guy
strike.
once per game.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I think the idea that we had for this one was run a Juggerlord up the middle of the board, flip out the banner, and spawn a Bloodthirster out of his ass. Would be pretty funny.
Yeah. That's like the demonic locust thing with Angron
Exactly.
being one and shitting out a Bloodthirster. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I ran
almost
that
exactly
list.
that.
I ran that list. Yeah.
We ran that sim. So, what do you think of the enhancements? Anything jumping out at you? I mean, I think Bloodbound Pact is like
the shrug one.
ridiculous.
The shrug one's gross. I like the CP farming one. That's nice. Although I guess I need to see the strats before I know how nice it is.
Mm.
And then Banner of Blood. Just anything that you can do meme shit like that with is thumbs up from me.
Figured you like that. All right, let's talk about these strats. So we got the Scorn of Sorcery up first for 1 CP. You do it in any phase, and 1 demon unit is the target, and that unit gains a 6-up Feel No Pain against psychic attacks and mortal wounds.
Cool.
Bit of a classic, you know?
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy. Obviously, because this attachment allows demon units to have Blessings of Khorne blood dice abilities, you could boost that to a 5 if you have the right blessing up. So it's a bit niche, but I kind of like it. Could be situationally applied.
Cool. Yeah.
Then we have Unbridled Hatred, 1 CP. You do this in your opponent's shooting phase. 1 friendly demon unit that has just been selected as the target of the attack. And when this attacking unit has finished resolving the attacks, the demon unit may make a normal move of up to 6 inches. So, reactive 6-inch move.
Yeah, that's too close to half my liking, but sure.
It's fire and fade, but you're the one who gets shot, basically.
Yeah.
And then we got Insatiable Bloodlust. This one's 2 CP. This one is good. 1 friendly demon unit that is within 9 of an enemy unit that has just finished making a move. That unit may immediately declare charge as if it was your charge phase.
Overwatch but melee.
Overwatch but melee. Yeah. This is something that we've kind of passed around as an idea for quite a while, like melee Overwatch, basically. And
I do like that.
We kind of saw this in the Dark Angels Detachment, where they can declare a charge for 2 CP in your opponent's charge phase, which is pretty cool. So
that's cool.
Yeah, it could be quite a nice
Angels.
one.
Yeah, sure.
Anything that kind of manipulates the turn order or like takes
yeah.
away from your opponent, it's all good. So then we have War Frenzy.
2 CP is like expensive as well, so
yes, it is. but I think it would have to be. That's a very
Yeah, yeah,
powerful
yeah, yeah,
stratagem.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So Warp Frenzy for 1 CP. You do this in your movement phase. One friendly unit which was just set up as part of the reinforcement step. That unit may roll 3d6 in the next charge phase,
Yeah,
discarding the
yeah, that's
rest.
cool.
So,
That's like
we've had
the
this
old
for a
banner of
good
blood.
while.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I think, didn't we have this in ninth edition? I swear that there was
Uh,
like, was
Khorne
it like,
demons might have.
there was like a thing for an icon in the ninth edition codex, right? Where it was like an
Oh
icon
shit.
unit could spend a CP and gain an extra, was it like
Yeah,
an extra
maybe.
D6? I
Was
used
it?
to do it with
Yeah.
20-man Jackal
Two d
squads like
six
all the
pick the
time.
highest. Yes,
Yeah.
we did. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Remember in was it Warhammer Fest? I had the Jackals in the Dreadclaw, and I
Yeah.
used to get the
You know,
3d6 charge in turn one.
yeah. Oh yeah, no, we definitely did that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I remember that now.
So that one we know is just straight up good, right?
Mhm.
Quality right there. Okay, Bloodstorm Haze. This is I had to FAQ this one straight away when it came out. This was way too overpowered. So you do this in the fight phase. One friendly unit, excluding Primarch and vehicle units. That exclusion was not there the first time, I will point out. Sorry. One friendly unit has to be demons as well, was the other thing.
That's a pickup.
Yeah.
Like, destroy something and fuck off.
They've just killed something, they get put in strategic reserve. So when this first launched in the Red Path backrooms, this had no restriction. Yeah, so you had
Primarch.
up and down Angron and up and down Khorne Lord of Skulls, which was a little bit much. But
Yeah.
but as a concept, I actually love
Yeah.
this like stratagem so much. It's like kill something.
Like disappearing into the blood mist kind of thing.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
cool.
Exactly. So I
That's
really like that one. Probably could be 2 CP, I feel. Like that one's real good.
Yeah. Well, I suppose you look at like I don't know how expensive because like quite a few armies have similar effects.
Warp Talons is the one that comes to mind. That's like their unit ability now, where it's
is
like
it?
they
Okay.
kill something
cool.
and they disappear basically.
That's really good.
It's
Glad
very
I have
good.
30 of them.
Yeah.
What?
We'll talk about that one after.
Okay.
So then we have Overwhelming Presence, which is done in the fight phase. One friendly
That's
unit
awesome.
within engagement range of an enemy unit, subtract 1 from hit rolls made against that unit.
2CP. 2CP is quite. I guess it's like you can put it's on the friendly unit rather than against the enemy, isn't it?
Yeah,
pretty
so
good.
you're -1 to hit. So that's our stratagems for the Disciples of the Red Angel. I would say some pretty cracked abilities in here.
Yes. Yeah, I think I can guess whose it was as well.
Yeah. Okay. Who do you
Because I
think
know-
this was?
I think this was Brian's
Mhm.
because I know he has a background in demons,
hmm
and also you were taking the piss out of him for being so overpowered. Didn't look at the actual detachments, just
I had
watched
to
the shit
FAQ
talking.
Brian. Mm,
No, that looks fun. There's a lot of like greatest hits there from like previous stuff,
there is. Yeah.
which I like.
It kind of feels like a little bit of a throwback. There's stuff
Yeah.
in there where you're like, I remember
A lot of
this.
it's like fan service.
This is the fan service detachment. Like, it's cool though. I mean, I think there's like a lot of really cool and interesting synergies, which are like my big thing was like when we went into this, we were trying to design stuff that is like different from what we're currently seeing. Like it's
Yeah.
very easy to just be like, oh, put
It's-
+1 on this, put
yeah.
-1 on this.
It's a lot of like movement jank, isn't it? Which is good fun.
You will
like,
see
always
that
good
as
fun
a
to play.
running theme throughout all 3 of these
Excellent.
detachments. Yeah,
Like-
we went real janky.
It goes really hard into like skill stealing angle for the army rather than
Yeah. I
Hit
do think
stuff,
the
it
Feel No
dies.
Pain enhancement is like broadly
That's
extremely
insane.
powerful though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, some fun builds there. So overall, out of 8, what would you rate this detachment? Would you play this?
Would I play this?
Mm.
I mean, I have a lot of Khorne demons, so yes, probably. Also, yeah, stuff shitting out a bloodthirster is always going to be fun.
Yeah. That
So-
I love the thematic idea of the Banner of Blood of just like this guy rocking up, and like summoning in a bunch of demons. Like that's awesome. Like it's
I
deliver that kind of stuff.
I didn't run that list much, but I did run it, and I think I ran it against you in the narrative game.
I'm pretty sure you did.
I had Angron and a bloodthirster in that list.
Yeah.
100%. I
Yeah.
can't remember if I shit the bloodthirster out, but
No, you started him on the board, remember? You just like flew him up and like
Yeah.
whooped my Juggernaut Lord.
Yeah. it was London Open like a couple of years ago. I took a list that was Angron and a bloodthirster. I think.
yeah.
He didn't do very well, by the way. Just don't do that.
But
It
in
was
this
fun.
detachment,
It was fun, and I got to say the sentence "Angron shits out a bloodthirster" a lot. So
which is always good, right? So that's the Disciples of the Red Angel. Let us
Yeah,
know what you think down below. Please tell Brian how overpowered this bullshit is because I
I,
think that one's crazy.
I think it's good fun. Like, depending on the angle I would take, I'd probably run that. Like, I
Mm,
think it'd be fun. I like
mhm.
running demons as well. Like,
Okay. We'll see once we get through all three of them which one is the one that you would run more over others. So moving on, we have the Legion of the Red Path up next. This one is a pretty fun one. So the detachment rule. This is a
is it
very
yours by any
egotistical
chance?
one as well, right?
Is it yours by any chance? It's a
What
really
made you
fun
think
one.
that? So, the detachment rule for this one. Each time a world leader's battle line unit from your army makes a melee attack, it may re-roll the wound roll while they're within range of an objective marker. So, re-roll wounds on objectives.
Nice. Yeah.
World leader Terminator squads gain the battle line keyword and the blood surge ability.
That's yeah.
So, your Zerks
Yeah.
and Terminators re-roll wounds on objectives.
Yeah. And Terminators have blood surge.
Yeah.
So they're not that slow anymore.
How do we fix Terminators? We give them this.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like that one?
I've got 30 Terminators as well, so
Mhm.
this is all good so far.
So, enhancements. First
Yeah.
one, Gorefather, El Clasico.
El Clasico.
This goes on a World Leaders model. Melee weapons equipped with by this model gain the following rules: sustained hits 2 and devastating wounds.
Who are you seeing that going on? Because doesn't Mo already has devastating wounds?
Exactly. So, okay, you've already
Demon
guessed that this
Prince.
one is my detachment, right?
Yeah. Because
My
you said it's really
theory-
fun straight
yeah.
away.
My
Yes.
concept for this detachment was I want to make a detachment which incentivizes you to not run Angron, to not run 8-bound, and to not run the characters we're already running. Okay?
So we run what? A
So
Juggernaut
Gorefather
Lord and a Demon Prince
goes on a Juggerlord. Yeah, on a Juggerlord, you're getting this guy with sustained
Yeah.
hits 2 and dev wounds is like actually pretty good. Or on any like a Winged Demon Prince, this is really good because it overcomes the fact that they have like 7 attacks. You know, you
Well,
got-
and you get the Winged Demon Prince is the character hunters, right? Like you pick a target and then you
pick
get
a
4 rolls
target,
against
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I see that.
yeah, I think it could be quite a fun one. Also, bringing Gorefather back
Also
because
big axe. Yeah.
yeah, and you could like functionally make a Juggerlord like a mini Mo at that point as well.
Yeah.
I just remember like if you join a Juggerlord into a Berserker unit, he'll be re-rolling wounds on objectives, so you can kind of fish for those devs.
You would have to make it. I don't know how you phrase it, but melee weapons suggest that the fucking Juggernaut horn gets
Yeah,
sustained 2
right.
dev wounds.
Yeah,
so-
there's a better way of phrasing this. I don't necessarily want the Jugglord getting the dev wounds.
pick one melee weapon or something.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. So then we
You'll
have the,
pick the better one. Yeah.
the Exiles banner up next. World Leaders model, and when this model is within, when a friendly World Leaders unit is within 6 of the bearer of this enhancement, they can reroll charge rolls.
Cool.
So nice and
That's-
solid.
Yeah.
Reroll
Sure.
charges.
Yeah.
We like
Okay.
that. So the Head Taker's mantle, one World Leaders model only, while the bearer of this enhancement is in engagement range of 3 or more enemy models, you can reroll the hit roll and reroll the wound roll for melee attacks.
Yeah.
So
We had something like that, not like exactly like that, but there was something about being in engagement range of 3 or more. I think it was a Night Lord's thing in like ninth,
yeah,
but
it's a Blood Angels thing now. Basically, there's like a Death Company enhancement, which is like if they finish the fight phase within engagement range of 3 models, they can fight again. So
Oh, cool,
yeah,
cool. Cool.
So I think this one's fun, where it's kind
Yeah.
of like incentivizes you to like take a solo Jugglord and just like send them running, or
Yeah,
you know,
or a Demon Prince.
Demon
like,
Prince. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So then we have the Butcher's Crown. This goes on a World Leader's Demon Prince or Demon Prince with wings, and it gives them a Feel No Pain of 6+, which
Yeah.
obviously you can boost to a 5.
Boost to a 5 up.
Yeah, which I
And
think
they
that's
have what 2 up, 4 up already.
2 up, 4 up. Yeah, and the Footprints is T10. So. Okay, boy. Yeah, again, incentivizing you to take the princes because, otherwise you don't. I think these are actually like compared to the like stuff that Brian churned out. I think these are quite balanced and fair. You know.
We're
None
not
of
here
these
for
are-
that though, Dara.
No,
We're here to be
I
broken
actually
as
went
fuck.
so tame in comparison. So, the stratagems are where the fun really comes out.
Right.
So, Relentless Pursuit. You do this in your opponent's movement phase when an enemy unit falls back. One World Leader's unit from your army that has the Blood Surge ability, they can immediately make a Blood Surge move.
Yeah.
You can run people down, basically.
Niche is niche because
Yeah.
like if you I guess yeah
Do you want to blood surge some Terminators after someone?
I do to
Yeah.
run people down with Terminators. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Feels
do.
good, right?
I do. Yeah.
So, yeah, fun little one there. Then we got Warp Blades for 1 CP. You
Okay.
do this in the fight phase. One World Leaders unit that has not already fought. Until the end of the phase, they improve their AP by 1.
That's good old Knight, isn't it? Is
It's
that Knights?
literally
Yeah.
the Warp Blades from 9th edition.
Yeah. Fair.
But yeah, this is like to basically overcome the fact that you are losing +1 strength and attack as your detachment rule.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Forgot
So
that was
that is a big one that you have to kind of keep in mind
Yeah.
for all this as well.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Is that a detachment?
That is our detachment rule.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah. So then we have For the Blood God. This is just the standard one that I kept because I was like, we'll probably keep one stratagem that we already have. So it's basically kill something on an objective, reroll your blessing dice. We don't need to go through that one. That's fine. I like the name of this one. It's called From the Belly of the Beast. So if you remember back in the day in 8th edition, the Termite Drill had a rule called From the Belly of the Beast, which killed people when they left the Termite Drill. Which is fun.
That.
Yeah. This stratagem does not do that. You do this in your charge phase. A World Leader's unit that has disembarked from a vehicle or arrived as reinforcements and is eligible to charge. The unit may roll 3d6 when
3d6
declaring the charge and
sure.
pick the 2 highest.
Sure. Okay, sure. Yeah, like.
But do you know what this does, Jack?
Yeah.
This incentivizes you to bring Land Raiders.
Or Rhinos.
Or, well, I mean, Rhinos too. Yeah, but Land Raiders, you know?
Yeah.
You don't sound too impressed with this one, Jack. I'm not gonna.
I don't need fucking stratagems to bring Land Raiders, mate.
Okay, well, fair enough.
Like.
So then we have Blood Scent. This one is 1 CP. You do it in your opponent's shooting phase just after an enemy unit has finished its attacks. One World Leader's unit with the Blood Surge ability that was the target of that attack. Do not roll for their Blood Surge. Instead, they automatically go 6 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Pretty fair, I think. 1 CP, nothing too flashy.
Yeah.
Then probably the most powerful stratagem in this detachment. 2 CP, Unholy Vigor. Do it in your fight phase. A World Leader's battle line unit, so only on your Berserkers and your Terminators, and they gain devastating wounds for the fight phase.
Terminators have a lot of attacks, don't they?
They
we still have the equivalent of like accursed weapons or whatever.
Yeah, it's like a cursed and twin accursed. Yeah. And remember, if you're fighting on objectives, your battle line will have reroll wounds too. Yeah,
that's cool.
So, and again, this one's there just to push that damage a little bit more because we are losing a significant chunk of damage from the other detachment. So yeah, that's the Legion of the Red Path. I think it is fine. Like, I think it's actually genuinely like fairly balanced, no bias. But you could definitely see an army, right, which does like actually want to run non-Gron in this detachment. But like 30 Terminators in this detachment wouldn't be a joke.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Yeah. No, it's sad that there's no Terminators around. It's probably because I don't know. I could get into that, but yeah. Just want a Terminator Lord. Just want a normal fucking Lord person. That's it. That's all I want.
So how do you find this one? You think it's would you prefer Dotra over this?
Oh yeah, because Dotra's broken as fuck, and I'm a power gamer, so obviously.
Fair.
But it does look fun. I think, having seen a couple of the Blood Surge things that you guys have been doing, like I know Heroic Intervention is that still 2 CP?
No, it's 1 CP now.
1 CP now. But it's 2d6. And I like the idea of a Blood Surge being 2d6 as a strat.
Oh, I do like that actually, yeah.
Because an auto 6 is fine, but like 6 inches isn't that far. But like a 2d6 Blood Surge would be...
That's pretty cool. You're basically making a charge move at that point.
Yeah. But that I guess that's like melee Overwatch though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, sort of. But yeah.
But you get to say that it's Blood Surge, which is different.
But you do get to say the word Blood Surge.
Fair enough. All right, let's move on to. I think this one is going to be your favorite. So.
Okay.
Brass Cavalcade.
So there's Vindicators and Crowns.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've set the bar high, mate.
So this one is World Leader units in this detachment may disembark from a vehicle in a turn where this vehicle has made an advance move, and additionally, units which disembark from a vehicle which has advanced may also charge. Units which disembark from a vehicle in this turn, vehicles and mounted units gain +1 armor penetration when they charge as well.
Okay, so that's like the that Dark Eldar one, right? The
Yes.
Sky
Yeah.
Splinter. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Um, Lots of mention of vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Instant winner for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, no, that's it's cool. And the AP makes up, as you say, makes up for the lack of damage. I think it's movement shenanigans,
Yes. Yeah.
fast world eaters. Yeah,
Ramming land raiders down people's throats.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
here's our enhancements. We got Bound in Brass, one World Leaders model. Subtract one from damage characteristics of attacks which target the bear's unit. So -1 damage on someone.
On a unit.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yep. Super
That's
good.
all attacks. That's yeah,
Yep. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. You like that.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I think you'll like this one. Enraged Spirit. So you have to pick a World Leader's Juggernaut Lord, and the Juggernaut's bladed horn becomes 8 attacks, hitting on twos, strength 8, AP2, damage 2, and devastating wounds.
Fair. Oh, enraged spirit as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I misspelled that one. The Enraged Spirit. I think that one's
Oh,
awesome. I
yeah.
love
No, that
making
is
the,
cool.
the Juggernaut like really
It's a
powerful.
throwback to like Warhammer Fantasy where the mounts do more than than the
Exactly, right?
riders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the guy on top is just like, I'm here too.
I'm here for the ride.
I think that is like probably one of my favorite enhancements out of like literally all three of these attachments, just because
that
I'm
is
like,
funny.
that's
Yeah,
super
I like
fun.
that. I like that a lot.
Then we have Horrifying Killer. This is basically the new vector rule. So enemy units within 12 inches of the bear, their stratagems cost an additional command point. So
Sure.
really
Yeah, that's
good.
good. Yeah,
We
it's
know how
strong.
crazy good that is. Yeah. And then we have Murderous Intent. One World Leader model. The bear's unit may roll an additional d6 when advancing or charging or blood surging and discard one of the dice after the
That's
roll's
cool.
been made.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, super good.
Um, yeah,
So I
quite
think they're all actually
powerful
pretty cool
rats.
here. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So,
yeah.
stratagems. Line breaker. Don't get too excited. Um, you do this in your
Teasing.
fight
You're
phase.
teasing. You're just fucking teasing me at this point.
So, in your fight phase, one World Leader's unit from your army that is disembarked from a transport this turn, or one mounted unit. That World Leader's unit may pile in 6 inches instead of 3.
Bro. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like that. Always
Super
like that.
good. Yeah, really, really good. Then we have Eager for Blood. You do this in. Oh, man, this is like the best one ever. In your opponent's charge phase, one World Leader's transport, which has been declared as the target of the charge, and one World Leader's unit, which is embarked within the vehicle. You may immediately disembark the World Leader's unit within the vehicle. The disembarked unit must be set up within 3 inches of the vehicle, basically as normal, and your opponent may select a new target for the charge. I
Right, so
think
so someone charges a rhino and all the boys pile out.
so someone declares a charge on the rhino, and the boys pile out before they charge. And the thing is, if they decide to go in, you can just heroically intervene with them then.
Yeah.
I think that is like
Yeah.
one of the most
That is
fun
fun.
stats.
That
Yeah.
is fun. Yeah.
Super, super fun. Yeah. I think I sent a meme in, which was basically like it was like three topless men, like beckoning someone from a doorway, and it was like the exalted ape bound inside the Land Raider when you declare a charge on it. Because
Yeah.
that's a vibe that could happen, right? Like six of
Yeah.
them just hopping out, like, "Hey, want to come in?"
Yeah. Yeah.
So then we have Contempt of Khorne, which is basically Armor of Contempt, but for us. So, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
always good, always good.
OP would never
Yeah,
allow it because we can't have things that the loyalists have.
yeah, that's true.
Too powerful.
Way too unreasonable. Then we
Yeah.
have the Red Road. You do this on a World Leader's transport or mounted unit that has not moved in this turn. And basically, what it does is it allows them to move through terrain or move through enemy units. And when they do, over each one of those that they pass through, they have to take a hazardous test. And it may not end within a terrain feature or an enemy unit.
Right. That's like roll a one, they die, or like more wounds.
Yeah, mortal
Hazardous,
wounds because
yeah.
they're multi wound. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So
that's funny.
super good when you consider the detachment ability to charge after a transport has moved.
As
So you
well.
can like ram a rhino through a screen, disembark the boys, and still charge.
Yeah. That's cool. That one should be called Line Breaker, though, just saying.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah.
None of them should be called Line Breaker. The only thing that's called Line Breaker is the one that does the mortal wound bomb.
Yeah. So then we have
Forever in
the
our hearts.
Biting of the Nails. This is your fight phase. A World Leaders unit that has not fought. They gain +1 attack and +1 strength. Additionally, you can choose for this unit to be battle shocked. If you do, they gain critical hits on fives, as well as the other effects of this stratagem. So you get the old detachment ability,
Yeah,
and then you can like either sustain or lethal on fives. I think this is a sick stratagem.
that is cool.
Yeah, I really like that one. Obviously, really good on like literally everything. Then we have Unstoppable Onslaught for 2 CP. It's the start of your opponent's fight phase. And what it is you target a World Eater's mounted unit or one that has gotten out of a vehicle in this turn, and they gain the fight first ability.
Like that.
Bit of reactive fight first.
TCP is, yeah. TCP is expensive, but probably
Heavy
fine for
spend,
that.
yeah. You're basically like paying to interrupt before they get to swing any unit, though, which is
yeah. Well, and having this with like a Mo out there as well, suddenly, that I feel like that suddenly becomes a bit aggressive. Depending on, I don't know, like CP economy, it's quite expensive, but like
it's expensive and it's conditional because you have to have gotten out of a vehicle in this turn as well. So you can, as the opponent, I think there's ways to play around it. But yeah, I think it's pretty good.
But the idea, I guess, the idea of the detachment is like to get out and then die. Like we do that anyway, but like you're incentivized to like get out, kill something really hard.
Yeah, it's like it's a real like kind of like tank shocky style detachment where you're basically just like, all right, we're gonna like effectively like blitzkrieg people, right? You're just gonna be like, all right, drive forward, jump dudes out, hit you super hard. We can't take a punch back, so we'd better do enough damage at the turn that we do it.
Yeah.
So shockingly, like Ryan wrote this one because it's literally his playstyle in a detachment.
that is fun. That one. It reminds me a lot of the older style. I think
this is actually really like OG World Eaters before we had like anything, you know, like mad rhino rushes of like send 4 rhinos off the board and hope to God one of them makes it there.
I remember the days of like parking lot deployment.
So that is our 3 detachments, Jack.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I mean they're all good fun. One of them's busted. Well, pretty good. I don't know what's busted or not anymore, but like one of them seems stronger than the others. That middle one was shit. Don't know who designed that.
Bro,
bullshit.
You
rubbish.
Literally haven't changed the fucking bit. I present you with an option to run your Terminators, and you salted in my face.
I have Terminators. I just prefer Warp Talons.
Yeah.
I like the concepts of all of them. The bring back the armored rush, like that's cool. Although you'd need to finally collect your rhinos from my house to do that.
That's true. I don't want that detachment to become a reality.
I've had them like over a year at this point.
Dara. Oh, well over a year.
It's like 18 months.
Yeah, it's like pushing. Like it'll be 2 years in May.
Yeah, and I like the demons one as well. Like I like running demons. I have run demons quite a lot, like alongside World Eaters, so that's good fun. Literally the only one that I don't have anything nice to say about is yours.
You know what? That's fair because I have plenty nice to say about mine. I think mine is the best because it's the most balanced, it's the most realistic, and I think it's the one that incentivizes you to take units which we're not currently taking the most.
Okay, but none of them had a detachment rule like you can now take a Notchlith Crown. So
that's true.
What are we even doing here?
However, rumors suggest that CSM will be able to be allied with knights.
No.
And you know who does have a Notchlith Crown? CSM. And you know who does have a knight army? Is you.
Not really, but sure.
You have like 20 knights.
Yeah, they're up there in boxes.
Well, look, you know, it could happen. It could happen. So yeah, that's our thoughts on the detachments. Obviously, none of these are probably going to be real. Maybe like bits and pieces of them will be, but it's a very interesting time, obviously, with like, you know, 30 new detachments coming out and World Eaters getting some new flavor. Do you think like, do you see yourself like maybe like trying to play a little bit of the new stuff, or do you think you're kind of like, I'll wait and see for the codex to come out?
I have been looking at tournaments this last week, like local stuff. I'm not going to London or anything like any big stuff. I'm looking at some like one day or RTTs, dipping my toe back in maybe. I haven't played a game since Manchester.
Which was
March or April this year.
March or April, I want to say. Yeah.
And I haven't I've been very slowly painting some Alpha Legion Chosen that have been on my desk for about that long. So, yeah, like I'm gradually getting back into it. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
I do want to get my knights on the table at some point because they've been staring at me for ages, and I
Yeah,
do
they're
like the
cool.
paint scheme.
Yeah,
So
they're so cool. Hey, look, you
um,
brought the Abominant out. That's on the table.
the tyrants on the table as well. Just ask
Oh
Jamie.
God, yeah. I
Yeah,
forgot. Yeah.
the desecrator's on the table quite a lot actually.
I
The
don't
laser
remember the
destructor
Desecrator.
one, the big.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot that you
he
used to
was in
bring
my
that.
Five Guys list.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no, he
yeah.
was in the refinement of my Five Guys
Was
list.
it was the Tyrant and the Five Guys, wasn't it?
No, it was the Abominant to start with, and
Oh,
then it was the Desecrator,
it was the
and
Abominant you brought to Warhammer
to
World,
Warhammer
right?
World. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. God, that was so trash.
the Tyrant only came out for the London RTT, where
Yes,
I played
where
Jamie and
obliterated Jamie. Yeah.
Volcano Lance
Yeah.
sniped Invocatus from across the board.
Good times. Yeah.
Yeah,
Weird.
like, I'll probably give it a go. I'll see what the detachment does.
Hmm.
I still have some of the stuff from the original World Eaters release to the paint, so
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
on
we all do,
that.
right? Yeah, I think I still have like 30 Berserkers from the original
I
release.
I didn't buy that much though.
Mm.
I bought 6 8 pounds, 10 Berserkers, Angron, and Invocatus, and I still have to paint 3 8 pound and 10 Berserkers. So I
Hey,
painted
look.
5 models.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, I think it's like interesting though. Like, I mean, obviously 30 detachments gonna shake up the game
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
ton. Well, I mean, maybe not a ton, but like we've got 30 detachments and a slate, so
It's
it's
a
gonna
lot of
be
balancing, isn't it?
it's a lot,
To
a
do.
lot. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. Now they've been fine so far, but like there's
Yeah.
no way we get through 30 detachments without
Without
something being
something being
broken.
busted. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I just don't see it
Yeah.
happening. I think apart from Disciples of the Red Angel, what we suggested here is like reasonable. Dotra can like get like balance slated like 4 times, and then maybe we can talk about it because the shit that Brian came out with is so busted. Like
Shocking. I'm
he
shocked that
genuinely
Brian, of all
tried to
people, came out
argue.
with
He
that.
tried to argue the angle of like 4 up, feel no pain on 6 exalted 8 pound isn't that good. I was like,
Well, I
how
mean,
high are you?
there wasn't any points cost on those enhancements. Maybe it's a
Yeah,
really expensive enhancement.
if it was like 100 points, maybe I think it would be like I'd probably still take it. Like World Eater players know at this point that like 2 fucking spawn with a 4 up field of pain can like break your
It's
opponent's
very annoying.
morale.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, come
Yeah.
on now. On a unit that has invulns, like you could put a
Well,
demon prince in that
custodies
detachment.
exist.
Yeah,
Like,
and we know that they're oppressive.
yeah,
Like,
but like they're expensive as well. Like 6 exalted 8 pound. How many points? Like 400 or something.
yeah, like 350-ish, and then a Juggerlord
Okay.
with this enhancement. Yeah, you're looking at about a 500 point unit.
Yeah.
However,
So it's a quarter of your army. Like,
yeah, look, okay,
yeah.
that point is fair. But like you could put a Demon Prince in here as well to give them a 4 up invuln. So they're rocking a 4 up invuln, 4 up field of pain. It's just like
Okay, and that's now what, like nearly 700
it's
points?
nearly half your army, but
Yeah.
like
But one thing that isn't like, I don't know. Do you still play tactical most of the time? So you're still like
yeah,
want to be all over the board.
yeah.
So having 4 units and like nearly half your points in one spot is
No, it's certainly an investment, I think, is the polite way of saying it.
yes,
But yeah,
yes, it
I
is.
mean, I think the raw power of that enhancement is still really,
Yeah,
really, like
yeah,
on a variety of things. You know, getting like 5 ups on berserkers is like really good, etc., etc.
yeah.
Um, and like being able to pick up a demon unit after it kills something in combat,
That is
and then drop
that's
it back
cool though.
down and use the other stratagem to give them a 3d6 charge. It's like,
That's a lot of CP though, isn't it? Like at that point,
yeah,
to spend
but
on.
that's
So
also the one where you can CP farm by killing things in combat. So
right,
you go in with that unit, you kill something
kill
in
something.
combat.
One
You gain
CP,
your-
so
gain
make
your
it a free
CP.
strat,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then it's just one CP for the 3d6
Mhm.
charge.
Yep.
Okay.
Easy,
Mhm.
easy. I think they're fun detachments. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I
100%.
suspect that people will have strong feelings about these down below, and I really want to know what people think. Let us know how busted you think they are. How likely? What I would like to see is what people think from these is actually going to manifest in reality. Like, because I genuinely
Yeah.
think Gorefather in some shape or form is going to be in our
It's
detachment.
been too long without it.
Yeah.
I'm bereft now.
Yeah. They
Been
put
too
it in
long.
Crusade in 9th edition. Do you
Oh,
remember when they did that?
yes,
That
they
was
did.
so awful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Daddy's
That was a
axe has
come
been
down.
gone for too long.
That was a come down.
Yeah, it was so bad, man.
Question: None of
Hmm.
you and I'm going to do this because Jamie's not here. None of you did anything to buff predators at all, or hellbrutes, or
No,
anything.
technically Ryan did. His detachment had extra AP on the chart for vehicles.
Cool. So AP1 treads,
Hey,
is
no,
that?
look, that's good on Hellbrutes.
Okay, yeah, sure. On hellbrutes, sure. But
Yeah.
predators, who
I
doesn't
think
love a predator?
I think there's like not
That's a
an
cold open. Who doesn't
unreasonable.
love a predator?
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, yeah. I think it's like actually based on what we've seen, but how kooky some of these detachments are. I don't think it's unreasonable for us to get like a gunline world leaders
oh, I'm here for it.
detachment.
Teeth of Khorne detachment. Let's go.
It would be so weird.
Everyone would hate it so
Everyone would
much, and
hate
I would
it like
jump on that
deeply.
shit so
People would
fast.
hate that more than they're gonna hate this video, and I think that's gonna say
Contemptors.
a lot.
Bring contemptors back. Khorne with 3 contemptors. Volkite. Just put Volkite on all our on all our vehicles. Let's
You're
do it.
literally, you know what you're like right now? You're like the old man in the retirement home who's just like saying shit from his past, and everyone's just like, okay, sure, Jack.
Back in my day.
Let him have his moment.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I so like I feel like we've beat it around ad nauseum in various conversations, but like if you start making guns and world leaders good, don't they just become CSM?
I mean, they are Chaos Space.
I know, but like CSM's like design philosophy of like
But
decent guns, good combat.
if you're saying that, why don't you just take all our guns out? Like Predators, Forge Fiends.
It's nice to have the illusion of choice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but like, why not take out Predators, take out Forge Fiends, add like a Slaughter Brute or something?
Oh no,
But
I think
fucking
that would be
bloods.
better. I think if they leaned fully into it or made like Khorne Demon Engine gun units, you know, like a Doom Blaster or Cauldron of Blood or something.
Dude, lost.
Hey man, the Doom Blaster exists. If you want indirect, you get it from the Doom Blaster. It's like a Lord of War size like howitzer battery with a big skull on the front. It is insane.
That can't be oppressive at all.
Yeah, I mean it would be good.
Yeah.
Or the Blood Cauldron, which is basically like a predator with blood flamethrowers on the side of it. So, you know.
I mean, if you slapped a gun on a Skull Altar, that would be enough for me. The Crown. Do you not remember the Crown?
I remember the crown all too well. I
Assault
remember
8.
getting like absolutely hammered by its shooting a couple of
Assault
times.
8, Strength 8. I can't remember the rest of it. I think it was damage 2
I believe it was AP1 damage too, yeah.
and a 6-inch range.
And assault in case you ever managed to advance with the Noctilunt crown.
It did interact with the exploding sixes on assault weapons for CSM at the time,
That's true. Yeah.
which was
Yeah.
hilarious.
That was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So I think we put together a bit of a kooky video. I am really
That's one
interested to
word for it.
see number one what people think about our thoughts, and number two what people's hopes and thoughts are for their own version of the detachment coming out. Obviously, it's a very exciting time, and when that detachment does drop, we will probably be doing at minimum a video, if not probably a live stream where we go through everything and try and break the detachment, basically see what the best angle we can take is. But for now, it's been a nice little fun video. I think we called it competitive insights, but I that's a stretch, I think.
Yeah.
Anything to
Cool.
say before we close this one out, Jack?
No, just grateful to be back on the channel.
Hell yeah.
After quite a while out. It's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Always
Good
fun
chat to
to have a chat and
Shit on your
play.
detachments. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, literally you wasted no time.
fun.
Straight back to shitting on me.
Good fun.
So thank you everyone for watching. If you have gotten this far in the video, please drop us a like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next one, we'll see you around. Stay healthy, stay safe, kill main burn.